Switzerland as a headquarters state for a bank. It also enjoyed immunity in all contracting states. That's the best. We could gain quite a bit of money, but we won't do this because we're very, very rich currently. And the only thing we actually need is more oil. And we're selling stuff. It isn't that bad at all. Let's take a look at our production levels here. So we're exporting oil to Hungary. I mean supplies to Hungary, supplies to Saudi Arabia for some cash. Actually, it's very, very expensive. Supplies are very, very expensive. Let's see who else has a lot of oil. Look at that, USA has so much oil. And let's just buy all that oil. Offer a trade agreement. Okay. Now we'll have serious number of oil coming in. Approximately 72. We're converting 24. Oil alone isn't that useful for us, but it has to be converted into fuel, and fuel is certainly very, very useful for our cause. Look at that. They have decided the second Moscow show trial, the trial of anti-Soviet Trotsky Center. The second trial occurred between January 23rd and January 30th, 1937. The second trial involved 17 lesser figures, including Karl Radek, Yuri Pyatakov, and Grigory Sokolnikov. 13 of the defendants were eventually shot. The rest received prison sentences. United Kingdom, Your Highness, United Kingdom annexed Egypt, which is now part of their country. Wow! Oh, look at that. Japan Soryu is launched. Okay, so it looks like they launched a massive ship. And United Kingdom became huge, spreading all over Africa. Okay, that's interesting. And the Egyptians kind of rebelled. Egypt has a claim on this province. Israel has a claim on this province. Syria has a claim on this province. Iraq has a claim on this province. Saudi Arabia has a claim. We're even sending supplies, that's guns and ammunition, to Saudi Arabia. Ha, that's interesting. That they are kind of shooting Yugoslavian guns. Okay. And let's enjoy the war further. Oh, but before that, we're gonna check this out. Annual espionage focus. This decision allows you to place an emphasis on your espionage and spying. So, delve into the murky world of espionage. Let's see. Political spying, political intel plus 20, ruling party support plus 2%. Reduce neutrality, reduce our threat levels, spy catching, Air Force intelligence, Army intelligence, land organization increased by 2%. Huh, that's interesting. Political spying. I like the political spying though, because it does give us our party ruling support. However, increasing national unity would be of utmost importance right now. Annual national focus. The decision needs to be taken at the start of each year to decide upon new national, economic, military and scientific focus. Army focus, lose 1,000 supplies, national manpower modifier plus 20%. Advanced focus, national manpower modifier 10%. National manpower modifier plus 5% and some build speed reductions. Economy focus, more IC. Navy scientific focus, I see. Oh wow, look at that. Yugoslavia gets signs until 968, giving the following effects: IC efficiency for production reduced, and no bonuses. Health and evac and education. That gives us quite a bit of money, and we're losing money now. Resource focus, more resources. Well, we have abundance of resources. That's Yugoslavia for us. We're rich. We're rich in power plants. We're rich in metal mines. We're rich in rare materials. And we buy our oil because we can sell everything and buy the oil. And we can also convert this oil very effectively into fuel. Besides that, we do have factories that build our clothes, weapons, and armor. Okay, so what do we want? Army focus, national manpower modifier 20%. I actually would like national unity, but it looks like that's not going to happen. I'm gonna go for more IC, so that's a common focus. Examine our manufacturing industry. The economic side of our industry should be examined, and production increased. Supply production and possibly heavy industry is possible to be built. The amount depends on the total IC and capacity of the existing province IC. You need at least 7 IC in a province to gain HIC, which will increase the production by 25%. Otherwise, you can choose to make existing industry more efficient, build new manufacturing plants. Yugoslavia gets building manufacturing plants. So that's one manufacturing plant. Complex in Zagubka, boost existing ones, so that would give us more supply. And that's due to our economic focus. I'm going to issue an order to build these manufacturing plant complexes. Okay, so what do we get? We have lost the effects, so we are losing this effect consistently. Local military power. We have lost the effects of the local military power. So I wonder why. So that's bad. So our leadership has moved down even further now, so it's even worse. That was, however, we do have now a considerable amount of I see. Okay, let's wait a little bit further now. And learn what's going on. However, insufficient research. Civil Defense National is 2 years ahead of its research. Okay, what do we have here? Civil Defense, repair it. Well, let's keep it B. It's fine. Now I want to know, are we further aligning ourselves? Axis. Yeah, we are aligning towards them. Good. Damn, it's so low, it's so bad. Full civilian economy. That's 25%. General staffer. General staffer minus 5%. Okay. That's so bad. Let's focus on things further. Economic boost. You have received an economic boost and must now decide how best to use this. You will be able to choose a short-term IC boost or use some IC to invest in more long-term important infrastructure projects. Due to surge in productivity, our factories are currently producing more goods, although we are not sure how long this will be sustained. We can simply consummate the higher output of our factories or use this opportunity for a big investment which may allow us to initiate another giant infrastructure project. Choosing short-term gains will give a useful economic boost to the nation. The long-term investment will allow the possibility of a large-scale infrastructure project to commence. This project will depend upon available resources and player choices. Short-term investment would give us more IC and less money. Long-term would give us quite a bit of money. However, we wouldn't have that much IC. So we're gonna go for industrial capacity here. That's 10% more. And this goes into the supply production for now. And that's it. Okay, let's watch the Republicans fight further. Okay, it looks like I'm once again forgetting about another one of these. National recruiting policy. Just because our nation isn't currently at war doesn't mean we shouldn't prepare. National peacetime recruiting policy. Your Highness, in times of peace, a nation mustn't completely forego the need to prepare for potential threats. Sometimes that may mean adjusting our policies for certain things such as recruiting and enlistment. While you may find our current recruiting policy to be satisfactory, there are few additional options that may be worth considering. We can limit our recruiting to just those young individuals with top-notch physical conditioning. This will obviously limit our available manpower growth somewhat, but we should end up with better trained troops when they first encounter the enemy. Conversely, and it makes me chuckle to say this, but we can open our ranks to virtually anyone who can carry a weapon. Granted, we will have to deal with old men, underage boys, and probably a few invalids, but our manpower ranks will swell. The finished product will suffer as a result, however, and likely need more hands-on work to round them out. Finally, we can leave things as they are now. Let's put a strict filter on who we call our nation's finest. So they would get starting experience plus 30, organization regain rate plus 5, land organization plus 5, air organization plus 5%, naval organization plus 5%, and IC efficiency for production minus 15%. So we are where we are, and it's just fine. Insufficient research again. Civil defense, national. Okay, I see. Okay, it's fine. If let's make things efficient. Camouflage designs, infantry. Okay, so we have some seriously good camouflage designs for now, and as you can see, this is consistently reducing things. Okay, what I'm really interested in is these operational levels, and as you can see, these are increasing very fast. Great War analysis. Look at that, Great War analysis. Why it's Great War analysis? It needs to go up. Cavalry exploitation. We don't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm sure this wouldn't really go down for long. Okay, it is going down for long. Look at that. It's taking almost a full year. So cavalry planes down plus 10%. We're not gonna go for the cavalry then. Armed trained morale, communist militia, SS cavalry morale. So these political indoctrination things, we don't need them because we don't really have politically motivated schools. Mountain organization, mountain unit training, that's something we need because we do have these. Mountain unit command and control, mountain morale, mountain attack plus 5%. Oh, that's Special Forces doctrines. Special Forces unit combined arms. Amphibious training. Okay, let's have this anyway. Just maybe later on I'm going to increase my leadership even further. Besides, why I can't move? This guy just didn't move. Currently as default speed terrain. Okay, it looks like he's not going to move anywhere. He's just going to stay. It means I'm going to stay here for a really long period of time. In any case, It looks like I'm just 100 man's army, that's it. Let's see this through. Finally, there are no national decisions that need to be taken, however our descent is already moving a little bit over. And our upgrades, look at that. There are many more things here that got upgraded. Standard infantry branch upgrade, look at that. Infantry build time increased by quite a bit, so but their defensiveness and toughness is much greater. So we're gonna go for that. That's a very important tech to have. Also there's going to be other availables. Semi-motorized, motorized infantry, mechanization of infantry, African army recruits, colonial infantry, improved security units, don't need that, officer recruit programs. The more officers there are, the better. It's fine, huh? Okay, it looks like the nationalists are winning. And they only need to take Madrid to kick Republicans out of their supplies. And this would be a great victory for the nationalists and the Axis cells. Our supply problem has stabilized. We do have a reasonable number, the reasonable amount of fuel right now. And quite a bit of money. Italy has decided train runs on time. The trains run on time. May look bleak, but remember, at least we got the trains running on time. Okay. That's good. Everybody gets to work. Right time. Your Highness, they're using influence on us. I'm going to zoom this in because we know that all of this territory right here is already being controlled by the nationalists. So we may have a much kind of closer look here. What's going on? It looks like Madrid is being surrounded almost. They do have a gap here, but that gap is through the bridge because there's a river flowing. And all in all, I think that Republicans are in trouble, big trouble. I'm sure all the nationalists and Republicans are at the frontier now. And I wouldn't be surprised if Republicans will fall after Madrid has been lost. We can, however, take a closer look at their progress. Surrender progress is 33%, so it looks like Republicans are still strong. And the Spanish state, or the nationalists, are just fine. Another national decision available. End Second London Naval Treaty. We'll get leave Second London Naval Treaty. Let's see what's that all about. Due to the threat posed by Italy, Japan and Germany, it is agreed that the Second London Naval Treaty should henceforth be scrapped. We have now prepared our warships for a new balance of power and new threat to our navy. So it looks like we understood it in 1936 that the war is coming, while everybody else, that is the Allies, have decided that the war is coming at the beginning of 1937. So it looks like the show begins. And here we see that the nationalists are pushing forward. Slowly but surely, very slowly. Look at that, the Republicans even managed to counterattack. It looks like it's on a proper stalemate here. On a serious stalemate. Oh, look at that, Madrid has been surrounded. It's surrounded, it's gonna go down. There's no doubts about that. It's only a matter of time now. It's warm. It's warm even much. Everything seems to be going in favor of the nationalists. And even then they're losing, they're gaining ground. The nationalists are moving forward.